guys, today I'm here to do a book review of Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. I haven't actually made a book review for like a couple of weeks now, so this feels kind of weird. I'm so excited to finally talk about this book. I finally read this book. I was meant to read it last year and now it is the second month of the new year and I still hadn't finished it, but like literally I finally read this book and I'm so excited. Like, it was so good finally going back into this world, finally finding out how it concluded, and just I seriously don't even have any collective thoughts, and I don't know how this book review is going to go because like I don't even know how to feel because it was so good. Like, I'm just overwhelmed. 5 out of 5 on Goodreads. Like, literally just this book is so good and I just want to cry because I loved it so much, and I just yes, it's just looks so pretty on my shelf. The whole trilogy done. It was so good. But that is all I want to say that is like non-spoilery. So anyone who hasn't actually read this book, you might want to go away. Maybe like look at my first video book review. No, don't even look at that because that has spoilers in it too. But definitely think you should read this trilogy and then come back and talk to me. But now we're going to get into some spoilers. Literally at the end of the last book, when Leah was like shot and she was chucked in the river, then Rafe jumped in after her, then she was like dead Nelly, I was freaking out. Like, literally I thought Leah was gonna die and I was freaking out for this book because like I wasn't too keen, like I wasn't too sure, like hopefully Leah was gonna be alive for this book. But if she died at the beginning of Beauty of Darkness, I would have been like, oh heck no, I don't want to read this. Just glad my baby's all good. But like literally like the fact that she was so like in much pain, like they had to rip the arrows out the chest to heal and she couldn't walk for a while and it was so sad. And then she's getting like her like premonitions as like first daughter of like them all dying, so she's getting out of there. I think it was really hard though that Rafe, Sven, Tevin, Jeb and Oren, that's all of them, like didn't really believe in her though, like with her whole powers of like first daughter, like they just didn't believe it and thought she was kind of making it up. So that was hard to read, having so many people like not even like agreeing with her and like believing in her. But I really like the fact that Leah was always like concrete in beliefs and what she feels of herself. So I think, yeah, Leah is a really centered character and she just like, she doesn't care what people say. Like, she's always going to have her own opinions and own beliefs and nothing's going to change that, and I really enjoyed that. A big theme in the book too was the commas are dead. Like, I thought he was dead in the last book and that was kind of more of a like, please don't be alive thing, but of course he was alive. But like literally that kind of like that just fear of is he or is he not was really big in the book too, and I thought that was really interesting to read as well. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to say, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, we'll go characters. Like Leah, as I was talking about, she was really, like, I really enjoyed how she was going. Like, I really loved how Leah continued her love for Venda. Like, she kept going on with her, like, beliefs, like being a really important daughter of Morganheim and being part of Venda, and she's got herself situated in all the kingdoms, which is really cool. But I just think that, like, how she felt like Venda was her home, and in the end of the book, she ended up going back there and being the queen of Venda. Like, I was just like, what? This is so cool. I'm so into this, so keen for this. Like, I was always kind of thinking she would eventually go back there, but then I'm thinking, like, what about Rafe? He's got Daybreak and now he's the king, and just like, I was just like, I don't know how all this is gonna pan out. But like, I literally just I'm just so glad that she was able to really grow into herself more, and she's such a great ruler, and just the decisions she makes for her kingdom are so spot on. I loved Rafe. He is literally like my favorite. Like, when I was reading the first book, who I wanted Leah to be with was the prince. I just felt the prince was a good storyline. It's always like, you know, she's meant to marry the prince, but then she runs away and then she meets someone else. Like, I was so glad it was the prince. But the thing with reading the first book is I got them with the assassin and the prince, I got them confused. So I thought Caden was the prince. So when she was leaning over to Rafe, I was like, you gotta be with Caden. So that was like my issue there. So when I had my reread of the first book, I was able to fully read it as Rafe being the prince, and I just love him. He is like the best person in this book, and I loved him. And it's really sad too because like his parents like died and he wasn't there for them, and he had to go back into his kingdom being like the king. Like, it's just like, that would be such a crazy like experience from going to just this one person to being like, I am the king of the what. But the fact that he was able to like take on these like responsibilities and leadership so well, like so thoroughly, he was just like, yeah, I'm in, I can do this, and just, he's just so awesome. Leah and Rafe's relationship, I loved it, but it wasn't as good as I expected, because they were apart for quite a bit of the book and it seemed like they'd broken up, and I was like not keen. Like the whole time, like with Rafe, is he just had this whole idea of bringing Leah to Abbeyleec so she's away from danger, but Leah's like I'm gonna go help. So there was this big argument going on with them where Leah wants one thing, Rafe wants another, and he literally like kept her there. Like he had guards on her and caged her, and he's like, you're coming with me no matter what. And I'm just like, you don't do that. You just let her go, or you go with her. And in the end, he eventually let her go to Morganhan. I cannot say it, Morganhan. And it was really sad because he's just like, yeah, you go. Don't even think I'll be waiting for you. Just leave. And I'm just like, Rafe, you are killing me. But in the end, when he figured out like Leah was gonna like die, he comes to her side and he's all like, oh, I'm not here for you, babe. I'm just here. I'm here to like stop everyone from dying. But I was just like, Rafe, thank God. And their relationship's so good. And just at the end, with the fact that he's the king of Abbeyleec and Leah is the queen of Vendor, is like how he comes in. He's like, nothing's gonna stop our relationship. We'll be together eventually. And I'm just like, yes, so keen. And with Caden, I really liked his story arc, because like at the beginning of the book when he's all like, the commissar wants her dead, and then he's got grits, and I'm just like, shit, Caden's gonna go kit her and take her back. I was like, nah, don't do it. And then Caden comes and he's all like, oh, I'm here to help you, and I'm just like, oh, this is good. I mean, Leah and Caden have like the best friendship. Like they really work well off each other. And even though Leah doesn't love him as much as he would want her to, like they would never have a relationship. Like he's always been in love with her, but it's just, I think they have a great like friendship, and it's not even like on the level, like their level of friendship is more than her like relationship with Rafe. Rafe is the person that she loves, and Caden is just the person that really supports her. So like this like dynamic of like this love triangle is really interesting, because then Caden and Rafe start having like this like bromance, and it was like the best thing. Like they started really talking about the issues and talking about the fact that like they have so much weighing on their shoulders, and they just really figured everything out really like well. And I just like their bromance was just everything to me. And like Grits is just my favorite character ever, because he's just so loyal to Leah, and it's just like, yes, like he like nearly died, and like he's there trying to help her, and she's just like, you stay on your horse and you stay there, and he's just like, fine, we'll do what you want. And I'm just like, you love it. And then Eben comes, and it's so cute because Leah, like all of like Rafe's like dudes are like, who is this? And then Leah just storms out, jumps on him and just hugs him, and everyone's just like, what? What's going on? So like Leah doesn't really care what people think about her, so she's kind of freaking out Rafe's people, and Rafe's like, you're gonna make them like you, and she's like, I don't care what people think. Like I just love this, just the bouncing off of each other was just the best thing in this book. Like it's just so good. And Pauline, oh my god, literally the best part was when she like went up to Malik and she's all like, hey, do you remember me, the person that you actually were meant to love? And he's all like, hey, what's up, girl? And it's just like, you asshole, because he was cheating on her. Like he was telling her that he loved her, then he got Pauline pregnant, and I'm just like, but I was so happy that when like with the baby, he's just like, oh, who's the father? And she's like, not yours, no one you know. And I'm just like, thank God, Pauline. So she was really pissed at Leah for not telling her, not for the fact that she lied, just for the fact that she thought like Pauline thought Leah, like, it's just that Leah didn't think that Pauline could handle the truth, because like she loved Malik with so much. And guys, I just literally realized I'm calling him Malik, but it's Michael. Malik is the one that's always trying to rape Leah. I'm so sorry. So if you're confused, I was meant to say Michael, because he's the one that's the father of Pauline's baby. I'm just having relationships, like so many things to remember, and I know I should really write this stuff down, and I'm really sorry in advance. I was really happy that she confronted him and got that over with, and then she was like having like it's really good, because when Leah and Caden got to Morganhan, they found Pauline, and then that minute Pauline's just decided she wants to have the baby, and she's pissed because Caden's there, and then like everyone leaves to go get help, and then it's just Caden and Pauline, and then she's freaking out because he's there, and then he doesn't know what to do because it's like a baby. And it was really funny because like she was like, just like, it's happening, and he's like pulling off all like her undergarments, and she's freaking out, and he sees the baby, and he's just like, what do I do? Like I love that moment. And then she had the baby boy, and it was so cute, and I was just like, yes, good little puppy. Like seriously, just like their relationship. Like Caden had like a vision of being in Vendor with a baby, and he originally thought it was Leah's baby, but like obviously it was Pauline here with him, and they're in love. Like their relationship is so cute. And really though, it was kind of rushed. I felt like it was really sweet, and it was really cute and happy, but it was kind of rushed for me, and it was in the background, so it was kind of like, oh, there you go, Caden, there's someone for you to be with. But still, I was really excited about it, and I just, Oh, they're so cute. And also the fact that the Vice Regent is Caden's father was such a shock to me. Like, a lot of people, like, as I was looking at like theories and stuff before I read this book, like while it was still like not out yet, but it was crazy because like a lot of people thought that would be him because he seemed to be like this really nice person who always helped Leah, and it would be interesting to have him with this horrible backstory of being a like asshole. So that was really interesting too, and it was just like, what? That's your daddy? Like, I was so shocked. I was like, oh, that actually just happened? What? But they're like the real like main like characters in this book that I really enjoy. Like, there's a few more characters in here that are great, but like they're the really good ones. Like, I really liked it when Leah came into the castle and she was all storming in, being all like, you ain't taking this castle, and they like raided it and they like got her like kingdom back, stopped them poisoning her dad. She saw her mum, they got all the spies out of her kingdom. It was a big battle with the commissar, and like she killed him, and then she nearly died, and everyone really nearly died. Like the battle scene at the end where it was just like point of views, like it literally went point of view, point of view, point of view, point of view, like across the page, and there was about like 50 things going on at the same time, and it was just all like crazy, like each person's like perspective is a certain bit of the battle, and it's just going and I'm just reading like, oh my god. And like when Jeb died at the end, I was like, did you just do that? Did you seriously just kill my favorite? He was one of my favorites out of Rafe's like 4 guards, and I was just like in love with everything. But oh my god, it was just so intense, and literally like just how awesome everyone was and how the battle skills were going, and just like Rafe, so like he was my favorite. I think this book is just so good. There was so much going on. I think the only letdown with it is for it being such a big book. I kind of expected a bit more. Like, I just mean like more plot wise. Like, it seemed like there was a lot of just waiting around, a lot of just walking, not a lot of action. Like, the action was probably like in about this much, like about this much of the last book. Like, this was really good. There's something like, the funny scene though, like, is with Rafe and Leah is like, she wanted to like have sex with him, and he's always like, oh nah, it's not good for my reputation as a joke. But then like, it's really funny because they're just chilling on the wall, like sitting on this brick wall looking out, and then he's just like, I want to do it now. And she's like, what, do you have like protection? And then he's like, yeah, in my tent. And then she's just suddenly like, actually, let's just go do it in this weird like little shack thing on the fence where anyone can see us. And I'm just like, why would you have protection in there when they're all men at this like camp? And I was like, reasons are just not here at the moment. But I just thought that scene, that just made me laugh so hard, because she's just like, let's just do it right now. And then I'm just like, what about protection? What if you have a baby? What are you gonna do? Like, I mean, I know it's probably like not a funny scene to anyone else, but I just found it really funny, and it's just like, And you know what else I really like too? Is, can you see on the cover how you got all these dudes in the background? They literally look like Spartans. Like, can you see them? Or yeah, like this dude literally is like what a Spartan would look like. I really like Leah here, and I like this like round sunshine thing, and that cloud looks like a little love heart. Oh my god, I'm just noticing all this stuff about the cover, but I'm really happy I finished this series. It was literally the best thing. Like, it was so good, and just my collective thoughts are sort of coming out, and it's coming out of its dust jacket, but definitely recommend this series. Character development in this world is so amazing, the plot's so amazing, and just, it was a great fantasy series that everyone really should check out. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this book review, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!